Light, you are the light, and such a beautiful light it is. She grabbed Teo by the hand and spun him. Dancing wasn't his thing, but in this moment he didn't care. The boy laughed and joined with the dance. Judah jumped up, shook his mane, and stomped his paws. The world around them was alive and singing with light. How cool is that? Teo felt absolutely complete in this one moment. He knew it wouldn't last forever, but for now he drank in the feeling of being fearless and of swimming in the light of love. The boy stopped and grabbed each of them by a hand. Always remember who you are, especially when you find yourself in darkness and fear. We will, Annalise said. Now it's time to go. Please don't leave us, we need you. Leave you? I've never left you. Wherever you go, I am. Then the boy winked at him and was gone. The white sand began to fade. Teo clasped onto Annalise's hand. Remember who you are. You are beautiful. Thank you. Suddenly, he was tied to a post in darkness once more. Chapter 11. Teo knew he wasn't blind anymore, and with this revelation, the world came into sight. Fire blazing, Horde glaring, Shadow Man was gloating. Not only are you Horde, but you are also blind, he was saying. All you have to do is deny Elion. I'll take all your pain away. I'll give you sight and I'll let you return home. Shadow Man thought he was still blind. Elion can't save you, Shadow Man sneered. I alone, the Prince of Blindness, can set you free. If you refuse, I'm going to throw you in a pit, blind and putrid. You'll rot there for as long as it takes you to come to your senses. Shadow Man spat and then slapped Teo across his face. Deny him, you little puke. Teo clenched his jaw with the sting of the strike, but that blow jerked him out of his indecision. He spoke the truth of the first seal as if it was the most obvious thing in the world. Elion is the light. Nothing can threaten him. Shadow Man blinked, taken off guard. But you aren't, he roared, his face red. You're nothing but a piece of garbage strapped to a pole, blind and rotting, and I can threaten you. Teo spoke the truth of the second seal. I am the light. I am the son of Elion, and you can't threaten me. Heat rose through his chest. Lies! Shadow Man raged in a frenzy. You're just a boy, a nothing. He slapped him again. Deny the light. Deny it now. Teo ignored the pain in his jaw and focused on the heat rising in his chest. He didn't need the staff. The light didn't come from the staff. It came from inside him. He knew that now. You're wrong, Teo said. I am the light. I'm the light of the world. Light drifted from his mouth as he spoke each word like a fog made out of sunlight. Shadow Man took one step back, suddenly unsure. Filled with courage, Teo hurled the words at Shadow Man before he could recover. I am the light of the world, Teo yelled. You can kill my body and you can blind me all you want, but that doesn't change the truth. I am Elion's son, and I am the light, made like him. Light streamed from him now, blinding the horde, who shrieked and shielded their eyes with their grey hands. I am the light, he pressed. Annalie joined him. I am the light of the world. The light crackled and swirled around all three posts, vaporizing the ropes holding Teo, Annalie and Maya as if they'd been made of tissue paper. Shadow Man's face had gone dark, his teeth clenched, and his eyes shifted from blue to red. You lie! A heavy black fog flowed from his mouth. I am the light, Teo cried. The light surging from Teo, Annalie and Maya swallowed up Shadow Man's black fog. He threw his hands up to shield his face from that power, but he couldn't stop the light from consuming him. Teo could hear Annalie and Maya saying something to his right, maybe the second seal too, but the loud roar of the light drowned out their words. It didn't matter. Shadow Man cowered and shrieked in a pitiful attempt to block the light. His dark power was only a shadow in the face of the light. Look, see, they're all talking about how they're the light of the world. And he's just crumbling, isn't he? Suddenly, Shadow Man stopped his writhing and glared at them, yielding to the light, crackling over every inch of his body. His face fell, and for a moment he looked desperately sad, defeated. His eyes turned deep red, and his lips twisted cruelly. "This won't be the last you see of me," he snarled. Shadow Man's human form vanished, revealing the horrid black beast beneath his skin. He leapt to the sky and streaked away in silence. Shadow Man was defeated. He always has been. The light collapsed into the trio, leaving all three standing alone on a hill next to a crackling bonfire. There was no sign of Bale or of the other horde. They'd fled from the light. For a moment, none of them could speak. Teo's skin buzzed and his insides tingled. "We did it," Annalie whispered. "Was there ever any doubt?" Maya said, beaming. "What did I say about Elian's power?" She pumped her fist in the air. "Nothing can withstand the light. Nothing." "Nothing," Annalie said, laughing. "Nothing at all." She rushed over Maya and threw her arms around her. "I'm so sorry, Maya. I'm sorry for the way I've treated you." "No need to apologize, Annalie," Maya said, her voice soft and forgiving. "We all take our journeys differently. I'm just glad you see your beauty now, even though you are Horde." "I'm beautiful, and so are you." "Of course I am," Maya said with a giggle. "Talia said that once I loved the one I despise, I would receive the seal. I thought it was you, but really it was me. I hated myself for a long time, afraid I wasn't beautiful enough." Teo watched Annalie. He never would have guessed that Annalie feared not being beautiful enough. But maybe that was true of everyone. It no longer mattered. She knew her true beauty, and it went beyond her costume. That's what mattered. And he'd found the light without his staff. He was the light, not an object that could so easily be destroyed. He was the light because Elian had made him in his own likeness. "We must hurry now," Maya said. "Talia told me to take you to the Red Lakes. Follow me." Taya and Annalie followed their faithful leader through the quiet night of the Horde city and out into the desert. They travelled quickly, not because the Horde guard was chasing them, but because they knew something was calling them. "Look, there!" Maya raced ahead. In the distance, Teo recognized a man he knew well, Talia, and by the mystic's side there were his three best friends, Michael, Gabble, and Stokes. They waited beside a pool of water glistening in the moonlight. Chapter 12. Stokes jumped in the air and did a backflip, thrilled. Teo ran and embraced him. "Teo, you must tell me everything that happened on your adventures," Stokes said. "We must know every detail," Gabble cried. So Teo told him everything from beginning to end. The Rush hung on every word with many amplified ooh, ahs. Annalie and Maya joined in, giving their perspective and adding details that he'd missed. Talia watched with raised brow, amused. "And then what?" Stokes asked. "And then we came here." "Back here to your protector, the mighty warrior," the little Rush said with a firm nod. Teo laughed. "If you say so." Annalie took Talia's old hand in hers and bowed her head. "Thank you for choosing me to go on this quest, Talia." She lifted the sleeve of the Horde tunic and showed him the two seals on her shoulder. "It's because of you that I met Elian, and now I understand the light and the beauty inside of me." Talia patted her hand. "I didn't choose you. The quest chose you. You, just like young Teo, were meant for this quest. But I'm so very glad to hear that you've come to your senses, and when you have all 5 seals, you will see things in a whole light." "There are 3 more," she said. "How do we get them?" "That will be for Teo and another." She glanced at Teo, confused. "What about me?" "You'll be back, but not for the 3rd seal," Talia said. "Not to worry. When Teo finds the next seal, so will you. You'll see. As for you, brave Teo, be on guard and wait for the next sign. The next seal will be your most difficult thus far. You'll return with someone new." "Who?" "When the time comes, you'll know. Ready your heart." "I will." Good, Talia said, turning to the red pool. And now